Hey there, everyone. It's your friends with the Prime Real Estate team here. It's December 11th right now as we record this. And of course, it's our usual monthly sales stats report to update. And it's quite late this month because, usually we like to get it out a couple of days after the first of the month. But yeah, New Year's, it's been hectic. Kids just went back to school. People are back to work just this week. And of course, it's always lots of fun trying to get a whole bunch of busy people together at the same time. We've got David, we've got Daniel. We were missing Afraz and Megan today. They are out in the field doing their stuff. So we thought we'd get this to you sooner rather than later. Anyways, gentlemen, how we doing? How are things?
Good. Keeping active.
Yeah, good little break, good little holiday, but it seems to be picking back up quickly here. So
Yeah, well, as I've said to a few people, we were doing deals over the Christmas holidays. So December the 24th, December the 27th, January the 1st. What is going on? Actually, the funny thing, and I posted this online as well too, in one of the groups. I was waiting for my first phone call on December the 25th, and it came at 11:24 a.m. So that's people, and that's the first of seven on Christmas Day. So I had seven consumers call asking about real estate on Christmas Day.
I had to
Yeah.
book a showing on Christmas Day. It was for the next day, but I had to make the request on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Yeah, I had a showing on Boxing Day as well, and people are active. I think people are finally had a time to sit down and enjoy and maybe look at their phones and saw some good potential listings.
I mean, just for the rest of you to know, it's interesting because Christmases are either completely dead with nothing for days or you get busy. Now, I did have a look, and typically, and this makes sense, of course, as well, too, when there are calls or inquiries during the Christmas season, it is just a prelude to a busy first quarter of the year. And that's the other message that we want to bring into you guys right now is here we are, the 10th day of January. We have done a number of transactions, and there are people who are looking to buy, and there are people who are looking to sell. So let's just get this out of the way to begin with. I think we're going to have ourselves a pretty busy 2024.
Agreed.
Feeling that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, folks, let's do what I often do, which is to show you the stats. And again, I will put this up on the link in the email here as well. So as far as, let's look at the summary. We had in December 329 sales. That is up 2.8% compared to what was a slow December before. So that's actually not that big a deal. Active listings, we are up 26.3% to 2,100 active listings. That is still a low number, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. It looks like it's a big lift from the year before, only because inventory was non-existent last December. Actually, I'll show you right here. So here are active listings. Like I said, 2,100 in December. Last December, it was 1,688. That's why it looks like it's up 23%. But when you look at the rest of the Decembers, we had 3,500, 3,800. Typical months have 4,000, 5,000. So still low at 2,100. As far as the number of sales are concerned, I had mentioned to you that we did 329 last month. Again, increase over the year before. Things have been slower the past few months. We started off doing okay, but we ended up the year at 6,207 sales. That's down. It's down. Yes, it is down, but it's down 8.77%. I think that's less than people were sort of expecting. Of course, the big drop happened the year before because it compared to our record year, right? So the big drop was 32% the year before. But again, at 6,200, we finished still okay. There was 59.98, 57.47, 52.55, a lot of years that had a lot less sales. So anyone who says to you that the market is dead and nobody's buying, just get them to call us because the stats tell a very different story, right? Let's talk about prices. The average price for a detached single family home was 1,288,448 at the end of the year. So this is year end. That finished up 3.41% below last year's finish. You got to remember that last year also included the peak, which was April of 2022, where we hit 1,432,000. So when you add that to last year's figures, of course, it's going to end up looking like a higher average. So what is the message to give you guys today? Sales are happening. There's activity. We've all kind of felt that the Bank of Canada would have to sharpen up or bring interest rates back down at some point. Most everyone was of the belief that that was going to happen at the end of 2024, but now reports are telling us it's going to be sooner, because we've had economists say it's likely going to be the first half or the second quarter of 2024. And you know what happens, folks, when interest rates soften a little bit? What's going to happen, guys?
Everything goes up, prices go up.
People are going to be out there. They're going to start buying, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I will just put this out there. If you're wondering, everyone always says, what's the best time? What's the best time to do something? I think you guys will both agree. Right now is probably a good time to buy. I think there's a lot of sellers out there that would be willing to talk, at least adjust price. Right now you can get conditions on offers, which is fantastic. Wouldn't even dream about that a couple of years ago. Yes, rates are a little bit higher right now, but your mortgage people are telling you to go to a variable rate, because when the rate does go down, you're going to benefit, right? Sellers, depending on what you have, it is tougher right now in the condo market. That is true. If there's a lot of inventory in the smaller ex Airbnb kind of marketplace, but good houses always in demand, right? So, yeah, what do you guys think?
I can
Yeah,
only
I
kind
think
of like relate personal, right? Like all the stats come out and everything, but like just personally, the last week I've had the better part of like a dozen clients reach out. Two buyers make offers, and it was just like this little pop, like came out of nowhere. So it kind of indicates on a personal level that it seems like it's going to get busy here for a
And
little
one of
while.
those buyers has been looking for a long time,
Yeah, a
right?
year. Yeah,
Finally bought, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And you did?
Yeah, I think like ultimately, I think at the end of the year, we're going to be looking back at January and February as people who bought in these 2 months are going to look pretty smart. It's going to be like the beginning of COVID when people are still out there buying and still getting good deals, and then we look at December of that year and looking back at how much the prices went up when we saw going up to over 1.4 on an average house. Like that may I don't know if it's going to get back to those crazy numbers, but I think we're going to see a lot more activity. We've definitely been in a soft zone for a little bit,
Yeah.
and there's been a lot of pent up, people looking, and so I think that's going to, we're not at huge inventory levels, and I think a lot of people have been waiting to see what happens, and when that starts changing, I think we're going to see a lot more activity. So
I just want to go back to what you said about, that 1.4 price. I don't think we're going to see that again too, because when you think about it, it took a number of factors in order for prices to happen that way, not the least of which was the multiple offers and the bidding wars. Now we got the rescission period, we got controls in place. I don't think we're going to see that kind of push anymore. So, if you're a seller or if you're an owner and you're thinking, oh, maybe by waiting, I could do a little bit better. Again, I think the economists are thinking the good news is no major reductions in prices, but I don't think we're going to see those major increases. The biggest difference might be, instead of taking 4 months or 6 months to sell your house, it might take 30 days.
Exactly. Yeah, I think days on market is going to be the biggest change as opposed to big price changes. So I think it's going to be a little bit more active in the environment that, like things are going to move, you're going to get more showings right at the beginning, and things are going to happen. I don't think the prices are going to go wacky, but
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, because we record these every month, Dave, you said if we look back at the end of the year, let's do that. So let's watch this video
Yeah.
12 10 11 months from now and see if you were right. See if you
Yeah.
were right.
I'll either have my crystal ball or I'll be wearing a dunce cap.
All right. Well, listen, folks, again, from your friends at the Prime Real Estate Team, Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season. It is business as usual for us. The market has hit the ground running. If you got questions, you want to talk about real estate, you've got to move in your near future, or you've got friends or family or anyone who's thinking about doing something in the near future, give any of us a call, because we are here to help. Happy to provide any information you need. You guys know we look at the numbers more than just once a month. So when it comes to sort of forecasting or guessing what's going on, we've been doing pretty good in that regard. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyways, have a good month, everyone, and we'll see you this time next month.
See you later.
Bye bye.